Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Mad Tinker Gaming with me, your host, the Mad Tinker. Now, I thought it'd be kind of interesting to go ahead and show people what my day-to-day routine is in Marvel Strike Force. Like how I go about prepping through my day. And since it turned 12:09 here, so this is the brand new start of a day. So everything's fresh. And this is the rundown of what I'm going to do for my day. Alright, so when you log in, of course, it's going to bring your screen up and you're going to collect all of your little prizes. And then you get to go into the game facet. Alright, you're going to check your inbox or collect your rewards from whatever you've gone through, right? The different raids you've completed. This way you're going to, make sure you get all of the good stuff that you had coming to you. You don't want to pass up the stuff that was supposed to be given to you. So there's a Red Room Blitz for 24 hours, 2 times gold from the campaigns. Alright, so campaign energy is going to be at a premium right now. Phoenix is up if you need Phoenix. Collect some beta shards. Sharon Carter's Red Star is going to be one more day, so if you still need Sharon Carter, you need to get in there and go for it, right? Okay, but now you're going to see all these Scopely ads pop up, and they're going to get annoying because Scopely does that in every game they've got. For some odd reason, it's like every time you swap from screen to screen, you're going to get some kind of an advertisement. So hopefully they can entice you out of the money in your wallet. Now, when I first hop in, I'm going to look at my challenges. So these are the fresh ones. These are the ones for the day. Since I've already unlocked them all at the 3 tier, I just go ahead and I click on them. Now, if you haven't unlocked the 3-star, whatever your 3-star is, test the one above it, and if you can clear it, go ahead and clear it. If you can't, or if you can only 1-star or 2-star, I still always suggest doing the one up above it. Like, for example, say you're starting in the game and you've cleared tier 10 3-star and you haven't cleared tier 11. Go ahead and hit tier 11 and see if you can clear it. Even if you only get 1 star in it, the rewards are still higher than what you're getting. So go ahead and go up that level. And eventually your guys will get high enough to where you can clear it with ease. Alright, do that with all of them until eventually you've got your team built up enough to where you'll be able to clear it. Alright. Oh, these are new. Okay, cool. So this is a new one for me. ISO mutagens required. Well, let's just go in here and we'll take these guys and see what we can get. Now, these new ones, I'm not so fond of these little tiny ones. I mean, they help build gear for those specific groups, and that's nice. But if you're not ISO 5, you're not getting the full benefit of it. So it's like it's forcing people to want to purchase these ISO 5s that they've spent a lot of money and investment in, and I get that, but for the longest time they were just kind of free. So now you're pushing people to purchase something that they might or might not really want to purchase. We'll go ahead and speed this up. I'll just auto this while it's going. But back to this point, like these mini ones, these are kind of new, and they're based off of your ISO requirements. So if you haven't done that yet and you need to start ISOing them, there are charts out there to find like complete listings of what people are typically ISOing. If you have a Discord, there is ISO confidence, so you can type in ISO and whatever the character's name is, and you're going to end up getting a little chart that says what they're predominantly been selected as. You might have, for example, like I don't know, what's a good one to go off of right now? Maybe like Phylavel or whatever. It's going to say like super high amount as a striker, and then it might have or Moondragon. Moondragon was good because Moondragon had kind of two that she could be like 50 something percent would be striker and like 38% would be healer or something like that. You know, because you could do either one. So it gives you that. It's ISO confidence. I'm not sure where to put that in at. Every group I've been has already had it set up in their Discord, so I've not ever had to set it up. But if you find a group that has it, it's very helpful. And if you are just in an overall group, like a big chat discussion group, they'll have it there too, I'm sure. I wonder if I have enough ISO 5 mutants. I don't think I really have any except for Sinister and Emma, and I don't think it's going to let me go through the whole fight with just those two. Like I said, this is the first phase. I'll go through and I'll do my challenges because that's where I'm getting a good portion of gear, gold, whatever it is for that day that you're going to need. Training materials, they all come from that. So it's worthwhile to go ahead and do these. Once you get these done, then the rest of the stuff is pretty straightforward and breezy. Normally when I open it up, I start from left and I just work my way to the right. And then I do my little dailies down at the bottom that I've missed. Now, these are not by any means, this team is definitely not one that would be what I would consider well grouped. I mean, they don't really have a lot of synergy together. I mean, it's all over the place. Other than like Sinister and Emma being put in there, I guess Magneto works a little bit well with them. But on the whole, they're not going to work too great. And it looks like I've only got two. Well, I've got three that I could use. Four. I've got four. I have to have a fifth, huh? Maybe we can do that today. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, what I'm talking about is these ISO requirements, like for the difficulty 3. If you've not been in here, required, you have to have 5 mutant characters. They have to be level 5 ISO 8s. So right there, and they have to be 75 plus. These right here are just recommended, but you have to have level 5 ISO 8s on them. So I've only got 4 mutants that are that way. Let's check our mutant roster here and see if I can go ahead and upgrade that. Knowing that I'm that close kind of puts that that little damper on it. I could go ahead and clear this one out if I can get a 5th 5-star. Let's see about Magneto. He should be relatively close, one would think. Nope, not even in the ballpark. Yeah, we would not get him close. Let's see if there's anybody else that's close. Maybe Jubilee. I can at least up her abilities, get her to a 4 anyway. A lot of these, it takes a while to get a character to an ISO 5, so I'm not sure if I've got anybody that's really actually close. Looks like I've got Beast that's close, Polaris is close, Magneto's close. Those are the top 3. So let's see what I've got here on Beast. None of his are there. Yeah, there's no way I'd get him that far, so I guess I probably won't worry about trying to push that just yet. Yeah, missing a whole lot of these. So I'm not gonna worry about that one too much. It would have been nice if I had one that was like, oh, you're only like 3 of this away from, but I didn't. So that was a little bit out of the normal for me. But once I start doing this, so I've clicked over here, I've done my challenges. It's going to keep saying, oh, you can keep doing this one, but I really can't. I can do an auto win to get my last one in for that. So it's done now. Gives me some extra mutant gear. No more attempts available for the day. Click on my daily objectives. Claim those prizes. And then I just start going down this list right here. This is one of the big things for me, right? You're going to want to do all of these things every day. It doesn't matter. The more of these you do, it's going to up your strike pass, which is a new thing that they've created here recently. You're going to start scoring in it. You're going to rank up. So daily arena battles. Click that. I'll just go in here and hop in and do one daily arena battle now. And then before I get offline, I'll do a final daily arena battle. That gets me my 2 that I need for the day. And then tomorrow I can hop on and do the rest. I do suggest doing all 5 daily arena battles. See up here where my mouse is? It's telling you you've got 5 of 5 energy. So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you get in there and do all 5? The scoring that you get from them counts towards your Black Widow stuff right now. So the arena battles are always in your event runs. So, I mean, you might as well go ahead and knock them out. Just go on in here and start beating stuff down. Get all these stuffs out of the way. I want to, in particular, I think, get rid of the Silver Surfer Orchestral. Well, I can't see anybody but her, so I might as well hit her. Let's go ahead and take out Kestrel. She's kind of low on life. That'll keep us from getting extra eliminated characters because she packs a wallop. Kestrel's one of those. I'm just going to delete a character really quick. So don't. She's bad. She's not a good one to just leave on the field, guys. Not a good one at all. This one's going to be over quick. And this is my first arena. So you need to do 2 to clear your thing, but you can just go ahead and do 1 now and then 1 at the end of the run that you're doing, and it'll be done. Okay? So that's the one thing that I go into when I start doing all of these events. Trying to get here and just do my daily objectives. The more daily objectives you get done, the better off you are. Then I do my villains campaign, right? Now, because they just put Iceman in here, I'm going to use him. Because I do want Iceman. He's one of my, not my all-time favorite tunes, but I do like Iceman. And that gets me my villains. If you don't need any of these characters, I'm going to suggest hitting your superior basic catalysts in each one of them. Which when I go over here and I do my hero one, because I don't need any of the heroes in there. Like scroll down here in the heroes campaign progress. I click on this because you will need SBCs. So might as well just go ahead and do 3 of them. If you have the extra energy, go ahead and get those out of the park. And since it's so early in the night, you'll restore a lot of energy over the course of you going to sleep later. And boom, you'll have it back tomorrow. Alright. And Blitz Championship, you only have to do 2. I'll come back to that one. That's one of the ones I typically do kind of at the end of the evening, so I'll do the ISO 8 progress right now. So what I normally do for the ISO 8 progress is I look at the characters that I've got, right? And I want to get them up to where I can use them, especially the characters that I'm planning on using. Right now, in Doom, I need tech. So my suggestion is find out what team you're wanting to use. Like I've already built my bio team up to tier 4 ISO because I only need them for a little bit. I'm running a bio skill lane. So my skill team I got to 4, and then after that I have to take them to 5. So the next one right after that is tech for me. And since I'm not quite where I need to be in my tech, I'm just going to scroll down here and find tech, highlight it up, and I've got one at level 5, and I got a bunch here at level 4, so my goal is to get them completely upgraded. I've been working on Doom a lot, so I'm going to just kind of keep my fixation on him till I can get him leveled up, and then I'll work on the next ones. So my goal is to eventually get them 5-starred all the way around. Okay, and what's going on here is this is the item I'm looking for, right? It's T1 controller armor level. You have to have 81 of these to get to the level 5 for that one piece of his armor. So I'm going to keep clicking away on these to get as many of them as I possibly can. Like right now I'm at 67 out of 81. It keeps tabs for you in the game, so it's an easy enough thing to recognize. Okay. Give me 1 minute. My cat's going crazy. Thank you all for bearing with me with that. My cat just went like nuts. There was a little box and he's fitting himself in it. But anyway, you have 5 of these different sections. You've got each one that you get to try to get. And if you've got the energy, you might as well go ahead and try to use them just to build them up. So like this one right here, my resist one, I've got 63 out of 81, but I'm running out of stuff, and I really don't want to spend my cores on this. I'd like to use the cores in stores, or if I'm trying to do a raid run, then I'll sink them into that. They're also really useful to just, like if you're one hit away from finishing off a boss, and you've died, but you want to go back in, go ahead and use them for that. I mean, it's okay for that. Alright. Real-time arena. I'm not super fond of this, but I'm going to go in here and do 2 of these because it's required to get 2 of them done to get your dailies done. So I just do 2 of these matches really quickly. And then once these matches are done, I might or might not come back to this because right now RTA does give you credits and stuff like that. It helps. It's building your characters up, and there's a lot of good things you can get by doing the RTA pass. So it is useful. This is the one thing I don't like about RTA. They have this timer in here, right? And if it's an auto group or a guy's just sitting there and he's linked in and you pick to go to RTA, this guy might have been looking for a while, but now he's just sitting there. Or he might disconnect. Or he might be like, I'm going to lose this game and just back out of it. And then you're left kind of sitting there holding the bag, waiting. I think I've about got this one in the bag now. Yeah, but right now, as a new player, if you are up where I'm at in the gaming, all you're really going to see is either a black order still or sitting up in there because people just haven't got rid of them. But you're more often not going to see some kind of an Infinity Watch build. They're just wrecking Arena and Real Time Arena. We'll get these two matches out of the way and then I'll go back and I'll show you the other stuff I'm going to do. And this is just my basic daily run. So, I mean, right now I'm spent maybe 20 minutes in here. But I am talking, I'm chatting away instead of just waiting for play. But you have to take into account all of the load times, all of this stuff. I mean, I might have only actually played for maybe 20 minutes or so total. But I've been on here for 30 minutes waiting for load screens or talking my way through stuff. So, on a day to day basis, right now, after going through about half of my dailies on my daily management thing, I'm in here and it's just it is time intensive, it is time consuming, but it's not as bad as it could be. Looks like I'll probably be losing this one. Without my file, my healing is going to drop way down. Yeah, by the way, if you're just now playing this, Phyla or Nebula are the normal go-tos to try and take out first against the Infinity Watch. If you see one, targeting them is just, it's a huge boost. I think a little more people are targeting Phyla, but I think Nebula is the second choice because Nebula is the one that triggers the triple attack. The way it's looking, I probably should have gone after Nebula first on that team, but I didn't. However, the good news is in RT it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. It's just getting the two matches. My entire goal is within like less than an hour to go here and knock this stuff out. Orbs. So this is the orb opening part of the dailies. I might have clicked on that too fast for people to see, but I'm going to go down here and I'm going to try to open at least 2 orbs every day. Because when you open these 2 orbs, it completes your daily routine and you're going to get some credit for it. And once you finish all of your dailies, you end up in pretty good standing. Okay. Still shows I've got 2 other orbs, but I bet it's the low-end training orbs, maybe. Alright. Now. Now we've got Advance the Alliance. This is one that, even though it says optional, do not take this as an option. Alright? If you are in an alliance and you click on this, you have these donations, right? Every time you donate your 10K, right? You're thinking, oh, I've got to give up 10,000 gold. Yes, but if everybody in your alliance, all 24 members of your alliance, if it's a full alliance, donate 10K, you'll hit the 720 mark. And the prize for this is 10K gold. You'll get your gold right back. And you end up with an extra 100 of these. So you've got 300 of these total. You get your 10K back. And it's just, why wouldn't you? All right? You give 10K, you get it back. But everybody in your alliance has to do that. If everybody in your alliance isn't doing that, you need to speak up because that's just wasted stuff. It's getting free stuff. It might only end up being 100 of those shards, but guess what? That's 100 shards that you're losing. And over every day of the week, that's 700 shards a day. And I'll show you what those shards are used for here in just a minute. Check your supplies. And if there's nothing in here that I really want to buy, like I'm trying to keep my magic number of about 81 of each of these up. If I see I'm getting a little low, I'll spend. I really like to keep about 100 of everything if I can, but I know there are some things I can't. And some things like this, I know I'll need more of. The Superior Focus Catalyst. I believe Focus, Basic, Healing, and Damage are the ones that people need the most. But if there's nothing else that I really need, I'll just scroll all the way down here and I'll buy some random thing that I've got a little bit of, like the Serum 612. There. 1,200 gold. That's going to get mine completed for the day. Alright. Now because this is lit up, I'm going to go ahead and clear it off just because I'm tired of watching it beep or watching the red dot. That's just really annoying. People see it. It drives me nuts. Okay. Now, Blitz Championships. We have a new Blitz up. It's the Red Room for Yelena Belova. So for me, when I do this, now I know it says you only have to do 2, right? But my goal with this is to run through the roster. Okay. One, I goes ahead and builds up some gold from doing these, and I just auto it so it doesn't take too long. Just a little bit of a run through, a little bit of a quick, here it is. And you can get through, I have 30 teams built up. I really only have like 25 that are in like true separate and individual teams. I've still got one on here that's just horrible. My hand team, I just threw it on there because I wanted an extra team in the mix. I need to swap it out for something extra. But this way, as I'm building this, I'm gaining these points and clearing these milestones. I'll clear all the milestones on my day 1, and then I come back. And if you are really hardcore into blitzing is useful in this game, okay? It's not the most appealing thing, but it is useful in the game, okay? It lets you build up shards for characters. If you're not going to spend money on the game, this is going to be something that you will probably spend a lot more time doing. And you can be really hardcore at it, and you can get in here and you can run every 2 hours, like set an alarm on your clock to get up and go every 2 hours at it, right? And you'll rack up a whole lot of points, and you'll come in and you'll earn shards, like a lot of shards. But like me, I'm not that keen into it. I've never really liked sitting here blitzing all day, and I've never really had the time to sit around and blitz all day. So just come in and go through your roster once, or until you break this 475,000. I think that's it might be 750,000 for the character ones. Yeah, I think it's like 750,000 for the character ones. We'll check real quick. You don't have to go through an entire roster, but I typically do. Because when you're doing this, you're getting like almost 16,000 gold. That's not a lot of gold, but you know, it's 16,000 gold. And if you do that 15 or 20 times, you know, you're going to have about 200k out of it. Yeah, 750,000. Okay. So I still have a little bit to go. Okay, there it is. Now, in this game, mine glitches like that a lot. So if you are watching this and you're somebody from Scopely, try to fix this to where it keeps up. That would be a great little bug or glitch to get out of the system. Where I'm doing it and I don't know how much I've done, but I'm setting it like 500k and I need 750, and I just keep going and going and going, and I never get to 750,000. So, plus right now, I would suggest doing, every time you come on to do it, do a full roster run, because you're getting your classified data. And that's what's going to let you open your orbs, and that's what's going to get you your prizes and your points along that big old tree that's out there right now under your events. I'll show you that too, because it's a new event. It's a relatively new event. Well, okay, it's a brand new event. I shouldn't say relatively new. It's a brand new event, and there's a lot of good stuff in it, but you have to earn orbs, and to earn the orbs, you have to have the classified data. So like I said, I just run through this once. And yeah, I do have some characters that overlap, so you'll see a couple of these with the I'm spending 5 of these to go through some of these. Not too many of them. Um, Most of mine are individual teams. I've got like 4 or 5 that have a couple of double tunes in them, and then like these last 3 or 4 are tunes that have already been used in some form or fashion. So now I've gone through that entire roster. I've got all of the claims done, so I don't have to really worry about that. Now, for the next 2 days, I can just go on, and if I don't get the time to run it, as long as I run my 2, I'm good. Click my daily objectives, finish those off here. Now I've got a daily arena battle to go, right? After going through all those things, I can go back to my arena battle and just run one arena battle. And then I'm done. You know what I'm saying? So just run the one arena battle then, and you're finished. You'll have it all completed. You'll have it all done. But this is my daily routine. This is something I'm going through every day. And you know, 30 minutes in roughly is what it takes me to get through all of my dailies. And it should take everybody about that amount of time. And that's when I'll start working on the little raid runs I've got to do, stuff like that. And I'll show you those here in just a minute as well. Trying to get through this and take out Kestrel here and work on Zemo, and we'll see what we can get. Alright, Kestrel's gone. The rest of this should be relatively easy now. Big Kestrels do worry me. They're killers. We'll go ahead and hit Zemo up here. Just go ahead and get him out of the way. Putting the slows on me from old Doc Ock here. Alright, we're going to try to get through this real quick. Like I said, once I finish out this arena, that should be my runs for the day. I shouldn't really have to worry about too much other than that. Like I said, I'm just going down my daily routine list so that everybody can follow through. And if you're a new player and you're getting into the game, this is the basic stuff. This is on your daily list, okay? You don't have to even think about it really, okay? And I'm not saying don't think about it. I mean, you can skip things. But on the overall whole, if you just follow straight down that listing, you're going to get progression. You're going to get a lot of progression. Now, I've done it a long time, very many days. Now right here it's got daily raid battles. So I'm getting ready to go do this. Compete in battles and raids. I'm getting ready to go do that. Campaign energy. This one right here is where you have the most liberty in your campaign energy, okay? To get beta keys or Ultimus keys, right? You're wanting to do a lot of energy. So to do that, you're going to hit your campaigns. Now, don't just click on the campaigns and then scroll through. Click on your roster. This is where I'm going to suggest clicking on your roster. And characters that you need, characters that you're trying to farm, the ones you put your little heart icons by that are up in the top listings that will have a node or something to go on. Like, you know, if he has a node, right? He doesn't, but let me find one that does. Polaris. Polaris has a node. Say, I want Polaris. I'll go here. I'll click on this, and I'm going to burn my energy for her. Okay? I'm going to try to get through as much energy as I can to score my points, okay? Because for each energy you use, you're getting points. So you're going to want to get your tunes that you're trying to farm out of the way. And I always suggest getting the shards for the characters first. That's how I work. A lot of people Or like, just get them, put a whole bunch of gear on them, level all these up, and then worry about your shards. Um, I know if I've got a 3 shard guy or a 3 star guy that's really good, but I've only got 3 stars on him, I'm not going to sink a whole lot into him up here. If I've got one that I've built up to 7 stars, that's when I start sinking my stuff in here. Now, I'm not saying don't take him up. Take him to like a tier 10, tier 11, whatever. And then from there, focus on getting the stars up and then go that direction. It does spread your stuff a little thinner, but don't take it to the point where you're using your orange gear materials on tunes just because you've got them and you want to gear them up. If you don't really need to waste the orange gear, don't, because there will be a tune that comes out that you want to put that orange gear on. It's all about management. Okay, it's all about material management. It's all about your gold management. It's all about uh, farming management. It's all about getting everything that you want to get in place, right? So if I farm these right here, like I'm trying to get my Pimtech, because the Pimtech's what's going to get me my Jubilee, and then Jubilee will be up really high, and that will work with my X Factor to get my Adam Warlock. But this kind of stuff is what I do on a daily basis, just to try and get through. Okay, I think I've used them all. Now, we'll check right back here on the daily objectives, and we'll see. So I've used 460, which means, I just let it fill back up on its own, and then I'll come back in and I'll top that off like in the morning. I'll do like another campaign node for Polaris and for, I don't know, whoever else I need to get some shards off of. And then that's how I'll build those up. And then we're going to go to the raid battles, because I haven't been to my raids yet today. We have Doom. Doom is up for us, so I'm going to join this Doom raid and we'll see what we can get here. Alright. Now, I've not really done Doom, but we have Bio, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to help my team out here. My Bio tunes, I have my symbiotes are all ISO forward for Bio, so we're going to hit this up. And it looks like we're kind of short on the beta, like not a lot of people have logged in. We're kind of spread all over, so that first day of a new Greek raid, we kind of hurt a little on that one. All right. Let's take this here and we're gonna put that up, get some Falcon action going here. Get extra bleeds. I don't like Mortar here because of the heal blocks, but Falcon is pretty rough with the speed up and advantage that he gives people. So I want to kind of block that a little bit, keep him down, keep him hindered. And then start working on Mordu, because I really don't want to have my heal blocks. Hit them with a heal block, spreading a lot of love over here. Let's try to toss some stuff up over here on Wolverine, just to put some stuff on him, man. I know it seems a bit odd to do that, but I don't like a guy sitting out there off on his own, just being able to come by and decide, well, I'm going to come at you full force, especially in Doom raids where these guys are just massive. Okay, we're going to stun Squirrel Girl because I don't like her heals. I don't like her cleanses. Let's try to take out some Colossus so we don't get a taunt. Now let's work on Squirrel Girl. I think I've got enough bleeds up on Colossus to where he'll die. He doesn't have death proof, so it should just go ahead and kill him off. Okay, now we can just focus on Wolverine. We'll get him gone. Hopefully he doesn't revive like 8 times. I've been in a fight before where it's like you get Wolverine, you get Groot, or Deadpool, and then they just revive over and over and over and over again. How you doing, Cappy? I see you sneaking in here. So here's Doom. Alright, so that's one round of Doom down. Now, when you do these Doom raids, right, it's good. You're getting all this good stuff right here. That's all nice. The real point is when the Doom raid ends, if you've got your 30%, you're going to get some big scores. Now, I need skill. I don't guess it matters which way I go, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hit the skill. Here is my skill team. I still want to have a Red Guardian in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go this route. Because the reason I staged it that way is because, of course, Corvus goes stealth. So, I mean, Black Widow could have gone behind him too. She does a lot of stealth. And that breaks any, like, overrun stuff coming out of it. So, if they're targeting him specifically, they're going to fail pretty quickly. Get our speed ups. Let's go ahead and clear the Punisher out, since most of these guys over here are kind of villainous. We're going to get rid of Hela next because of her big AoE, and then I might try to focus on the Blob because I don't want his taunt coming up. I don't know though. Maybe Anti-Venom. Yeah, we'll work with Anti-Venom, I think. Just try to go ahead and get him out of the way. If he's stunned or at least out of the way, he can't bring back people. Now with Punisher back out here on the field, Punisher becomes my primary target because of his AoE. Alright, so now we're going through this pretty good. And at this point, if I do lose Corvus, I still have Proxima and Moondragon as backups. Or not Proxima and Moondragon, but Gamora and Moondragon. I don't really have a healer for this. I think I need to get Night Nurse. I think that was a suggestion somebody had before, was to use Night Nurse because she's a good skill healer. Especially if you're running Black Widow and Red Guardian, she fits right in with that skill military tag. But I haven't built her up yet, so. So now we can heal. I'm going to heal my guys up. I'll just heal them all to full, just to give them the best possible shot on this one. Since we're just now getting to where we're comfortable trying to run Doom again. So for this, we're just pushing to the 30% mark, really. So that's what we're trying to get. Anything over 30% is cushion. But for me, like I said, once I get to that 30% mark, I can't go any further because I don't have the teams to do it. So I'm going to take out Taskmaster as fast as I can on this one. I don't like the blinds. And then after Taskmaster, my focal point will be Doctor Strange. I might get Doctor Strange involved in the mix. We'll see. But the Taskmaster blinds just get really, really annoying. Well, it looks like Doctor Strange already went down, so let's go ahead and get rid of Taskmaster. Then we'll focus on X-23. Just put a stun on her real quick so she doesn't get multiple turns. Take out the Merc Lieutenant because he does the speed ups. Alright, let's see here. Let's do X-23. Kill her quickly. She's one of the most annoying damage dealers I've met in my life. Let's put a stun on her, and then go back to X23. Okay. Now we get to start focusing on some damage kinds of guys. So let's build a speed up here again. Rhino's got a taunt, so I guess I have to work through him. I don't like doing that, but it's whatever, right? You can't stop all the taunts all the time. Okay, the Thing's going to be the biggest damage dealer in this one. So we'll ability block him and try to take him out quickly. Hitting that whole group is pretty solid. Got that. I think that's defense down. Okay, let's see here. Get these speed ups going. Alright. If I can get through this node, I'll feel pretty well accomplished for the day. But now you know why I'm trying to work on the tech, guys. I need to buy a whole bunch of tech stuff and get that advanced as quickly as possible, just to start moving towards the 60% mark. That's the real goal. When you're working on these raids, like if you're doing Doom, get your 30%, get your ISO 4s across the board, have teams set in place. There are teams out there that you can look up that work really well. So go ahead and try to put all that stuff together. And if you've got it all together, you should be pretty easy to run most of it. So just put your teams together, think them through, know which ones are good. You can research them all online. You can check other people's tabs out. You can just look at what people have ran in Doom as the best gears for them, or the best teams that they've run. And it should put you relatively highly out there. Oh, this one's going to be difficult. Alright, let's hit Doom. And then we're going to put a stun on Maul. If I can stun Maul, I hope. No, he's got his disrupted up. So maybe I'll just take him out. See if we can get him out before he starts doing some crazy healing. Him and then Doom. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so that's good. Now we'll try to wipe out Doom. Don't look like that's going to be an easy fight right there. Taking out this Doom. Oh, he's going to start messing me up now. This is a little trick that I found. Like when Doom starts summoning these Doom bots, if you take them out, when he does his big ultimate, he doesn't do as much damage, but you're also wasting time hitting them. So I'm not sure what is more effective in the grand scheme. It might be better just to try and find a healer to heal yourself through all of it. I don't really know. But Doom just, he gives me fits. Just straight up fits. But at least with their healer gone, I don't have to worry about them healing up. I can actually just, put forth my best effort in trying to clear as much as I can. Okay, so I will heal one more time for this one and try to take out, because this is the 30% mark for me. If I don't get past this, then it's fine. There are other teammates that I've got that will get it, but since I've probably got plenty of attack energy left, I'm going to go ahead and burn through this. Yeah, I've got a final 10, so I'm going to heal one time and use my 50 energy that I will have had. Actually, I didn't need to spend 50 of that. I'm going to swap these two out. Put Gamora and Moondragon in here. And we'll see what we can get with this. I mean, I'm not hoping for much, but maybe I can get another couple of tunes out of this right here done. And then I've got two other guys down this lane with me, so I'm sure we'll get to the 30% mark for us. It's just going to be a little difficult. A few extra heals, but I'll build them up. So if you do it every other day, this shouldn't be a super big deal. Alright, stun on Doom. Led into a slow. So right now my focal point is going to be on Doom. I just want to work on taking out Doom. It's going to get a lot harder now, but let's see what we can get done. Come on, I need this Doom to die. Yay, okay. Whew, Doom's dead. So now let's focus on some Psylocke here. I don't like Psylocke. What else do we have over here? Yeah. Now, Psylocke keeps flipping stuff back, so we kind of try to get rid of her. I don't like Psylocke. She's always one of those. She's underestimated as a what's the word I'm wanting to put up, as a menace against your guys. You might not think about targeting her, but you should. If you don't normally target her, you should. Okay, so let's go ahead and stun her. And then we'll work on Namor. Let's see if we can get this taken care of here. Right now we're looking at, I've been online for an hour, but I've been talking through some of it, so we're looking at about 40 minutes to do most if not all of my dailies, to start and pretty much finish my raid run for the day. And I've done all my challenges. So right now, the rest of this 24-hour cycle for me is just getting on when I want to get on and doing blitzing if I want to blitz extra for the character, which it is Yelena. I don't have a 7-star Yelena, so I will probably blitz not super hard. Like some people will go blitz every 2 hours and they'll get like 48 million in blitz. That is not ever going to be me. I think the most I've ever done is like 16 million on a blitz, and it was for, I don't remember who, but I'll typically go to 12 to 14 to 16 million as a top end run blitz for me. That's me going as hard as I'm going to go for it, because I don't have the time like some people do, to just go out and, I don't know, blitz all day long. I can't do it. But for me, hitting 14 million is a good blitz. And this right here is just proving a point to me right now. I mean, I'm not even running but Gamora and Moondragon in this, right? And they're two of the newest Infinity Watch guys. They are definitely weaker power than Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight. And I'm still killing guys and staying in the game. So I'm just saying that it's pretty crazy to know that you can just smash on people really hard in this game with just a couple of brand new characters in place. Um, I mean, it makes a big difference, I guess. New teams like this one, I do believe that Infinity Watch, I will go out on a limb again and say Infinity Watch is going to be the next Black Order run. They're way too powerful to not be considered as the next Black Order in the game. Like Black Order lasted for like a year before Infinity Watch came out and is giving it a run for its money in the arenas. I mean, you could build things out of a lot of legendary characters that would trump Black Order, but Black Order was the easiest and smoothest ones of those to actually deal with. Oh, I ran out of time. Oh, I ran out of time. Oh, that is not fair. Ran out of time. I was talking too much and I ran out of time. I wasted like a 5 minute run. Do I have. You know what? I want those points. I want those points. We're going to do this. Here we go. Let's do this. I want the points. I'm greedy tonight. I'm doing a stream. I'm greedy. I want to get those extra little points. I fought hard. I got down to 2 characters and I ran out of time. That's my fault for just running my mouth and not focusing on the game. My fault. So we're going to get these points, and then maybe the guys can keep running past this. Maybe somebody's got the tech already built up really good. But surprisingly, I've heard that Doom was a lot harder. So I mean, it's nice because I know my Red Guardian isn't super strong, but I'm getting through the content right now. So I think this is good. I think lowering the power level down is good. I think creating the ISO restriction was bad. I think you should have just maybe lowered it down, made it easier for people to do the basic Doom. But then until you got to the 100% completion, you couldn't level up to the next one. And then the next ones were the 30% or whatever, and you had to have specific ISOs or a 60% mark, something like that. If they would have done that, they would have been a lot better. There wouldn't have been a severe backlash, not as many people quitting. Alright, so we are now into the Surfer Shards. Yay! I only need 209 more. Maybe I'll get him to 7 stars one day. But now, my daily objectives are pretty much done. Until we do a beta, I can't compete in any more raid objectives. Right? So, now I go up here and I check my milestones. This one right here, the Web of Spies, is the big one that everybody's after, right? So, I'm on 38. We've got 2 days left, so I need to pick up the pace on some of this. But you get that by doing blitzes. So I might do a few extra blitzes here because I want the silver credits. I want to get these gold 6-star credits. I mean, I really want to get all of them that I can. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 left to go, right? So that means I'm going to have to start putting in a little bit more blitz effort. I didn't get to blitz today, and that's hurt me. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I need to get all these that I can get. What other milestones do I have here? Get my high rollers, get my cores back. I like to set around 300 to 400 cores normally. What I do in arena, I've not ever really tried to push really hard in arena. So I mean, I'm not crazy about arena. I know I do 5 a day, and that's it. But I don't really push very hard. Like Swole, one of our good friends in this area, this grouping, He goes in, he's like been in the top for a long, long time. And it is the best way to get power cores, free power cores that don't cost you anything. So it's good to do that. Let's see here. Click my supplies. What orbs do I have now? I've got 2 of these, so that'll get me a little extra. So I need to get 1 more to get to that next tier. So I need to try to get several of those a day. So I'm definitely going to have to upgrade my blitz. Or potentially get some extra money from somewhere and purchase a couple of those orbs if there are any that are up for sale. If I'm getting really close on the last day, I will try to get in there and pick some of them up. What do I have 24 of? Armory 14 orbs. I'm just going to open these. I mean, I might as well, right? Those are all pretty good for T14ing your characters. And that's a problem right now. T13, T14 is really slow. Especially when you have to have 5 teams going up to T15 to do anything. Okay, so that's just my 1 weird orb there. Now, since I've already done most of my stuff, I just go through my stores, right? I've got some extra blitz orbs. I'm not saving anything right now because all of the times I've ever seen the orb save events, you have to open an ungodly amount for there to be anything useful to you in them, and I don't. If I know they're coming up, like if I know about a month out, I'll start saving. But other than that, I don't really save for those kinds of events. They don't appeal to me because you have to open like 750 orange gear raid orbs to accomplish anything. And I'm like, I need the orange gear, so I don't really know what to say about any of that. Other than open what you need to open what you want to open, and push it. Like, I will save my purple and my blue gear. I've got tons of that I can save. And I'll open those maybe. But I mean, 96 of these, 700 of those, but these are going to be like 1 point a piece maybe, and these might be 3 points a piece, and these are like 5 to 10 points a piece. So on any of those big orb opening shebangs. Okay. Yep. Get the Red Guardian. Now right here, this right here, your Alliance credits, that's what I was talking about earlier. If you donate your 10K, you're getting an extra 100 of these a day. You might as well do it because they actually are pretty useful. If you go all the way down here, look, you can purchase Elite 4 credits. You can purchase Elite War credits. You can purchase Basic War credits. A lot of people are purchasing this because you get pretty useful stuff in it and out of the orbs and multiple things to help you grow. This is also really good just to be able to purchase straight what you're looking for. But up here, all my characters, all 3 of those are maxed, so I don't have to spend on that. These are highly useful. The Superior Damage Catalyst, I also only have 36 of that, but I'm getting a little low, so I'm not even going to bother because, I mean, it's not showing that I need this for anybody right now. And I think I'm okay on everything. I think I'm okay on everything right now. So I'll just save my credits. Let's see what we get here. Maybe that'll help me out a little bit later. Alright, let's see here. How far away am I? 2,500 on that. Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get that. How far away am I from my 4s? So I'm about 2,500 away on each of those, so good luck getting to those for a while. I just opened a whole bunch back when we were trying to get the X Factor up and Silver Surfer. Oh, there we go. Oh, long shot's now a 6-star. I can make him a 6-star. That's what I'm talking about. I have gold too, so let's go over here and see what we can do. But now if I'm looking at this right, all of my daily objectives are done except for my 2 raids that I don't have yet. I have beta raid and Ultimus keys. I just have to go in and do campaign energy, right? That's all I have to spend. My campaign energy is kind of tapped right now, so we'll see what I can do. I am going to go ahead and promote Longshot up to 6 stars. It's kind of what I'm going for. I want to get the X Factor to 6 stars. It would be nice to go to 7, but I believe things will be usable at 6 stars. And if you unless you're going all in and get 7 stars right off the bat, normally I found by the time it gets to the point where you want to go to 7 stars, you could go to 7 stars, they're obsolete. So you might as well just let them build up naturally. 6 stars is really functional. You know, buy the reds on him if you want the reds, but I mean, you don't have to sink a whole lot extra. Alright, let's get this Red Guardian up a little bit. Alright, so now he's going to be a lot better than where he was. Alright, so that's all of it's crafted. I just have to get him up one more level. Okay, we'll check the milestones, get the rewards, hold on to some stuff, and we'll sit around for a little bit. Okay. It's going to tell me I've got 4 new orbs. I bet they're all the really bad ones way down here. Yep, there's 3 of them. Okay. But this has been my day. I do my challenges, I'll hit an arena, check my milestones. Normally by then I've done everything that I want to do. War is not on us yet. Real-time arena, I'm going to go ahead and get my points out of this one. For those of you that are out there, if you know any way, because I mean, I don't know, I put a Patreon up, but I've heard subscribe stars better, more people trust it. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know how you think I would be better to pursue potential monetization from it. I would like to get to 1,000 subscribers and just get money directly from YouTube. But let's say somebody wants to be like, hey, let's pay for you to get your, I mean, I'm not saying anybody will, but say, let's pay to get your battle pass. Or let's pay to activate your Mojo's Mayhem stuff here. You know, if somebody wanted to do that, how was the best way to go about doing that? What could I set up on my channel to make that effective? I'm not saying anybody will. You know, I used to just, if I wanted somebody to get something, I'd go buy a Google Play card and be like, here's the code, you know, and that's what I would use. But I don't know what's the most effective way to do it and how people would trust it best. So that's kind of what I would like to do. I want to make sure that I'm not missing something as far as a good setup, as far as something that's simple that we could do. Because I mean, I want to make this into a kind of a professional, or at least semi-professional channel. You know, I would like to be able to get a little bit of income out of it, while at the same time still maintaining my regular job and watching out for my son. And if it does blow up, if it does take off, if it does become better, then you know what I mean. All the better. But that's my daily routine. All right, that's everything that I have to go through. I could run some Dark Dimension. Matter of fact, I'll do a Dark Dimension right here. We'll see what we get. I think this is the final non-legendary Cosmic. Let's see here. How do I want to do this? I'm just going to try this. You think I should try this? I'm going to try this. We'll see what happens. I'll probably lose, but we're going to try this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It kicked me out. Marvel Strike Force has kicked me out. Go back through the Scopely intro. Dun dun dun. I'm kind of disappointed that we just got the Infinity Watch and the Adam Warlock and all of them are the big thing. And I get that you're trying to push the Black Widow movie, but that should have been a long time ago when you introduced the Black Widow characters, the Taskmaster character, the Red Guardian character. This should have been up for that. Not quite right now at this point. I mean, with Adam Warlock being the prime guy that people are wanting, I know you're wanting to focus on these guys and throwing in Maria Hill and uh, Sharon Carter and all of that stuff, but I mean, really? You're just. Infinity Watch was up for like a week. Maybe a little longer, but it's not been up for a long time, and then you changed the screen already. Alright, let's try to get back here into Dark Dimension and try this again. We'll see if I can get through some of these. But I've given a grand total of like an hour probably to this. I've been on an hour and 20 minutes, but I've been talking. I've been trying to correlate to you what I would do in my daily routines, and it's taken an hour. So if you can find an hour in your day, I mean, surely even if you have a wonderful woman in your life, she could let you relax for an hour to an hour and a half to do this. I mean, if this is what you like, and I mean, what I've done is, it speaks for itself. Hour to an hour and a half, and you can be done with everything that you need to do. And right now, what I'm doing is the icing on the cake. It's the fun stuff that's sitting around here that doesn't need to be accomplished, but it can be. It's the excess. All right, Scarlet Witch in these is always bad. I don't really like Scarlet Witch very well. I'm going to get rid of her, and then I'm going to try to focus on probably Scientist Supreme and Doctor Strange. The whole fact of her spreading all of the life back out again is just, it's ridiculous. It makes it just super hard to do anything. You can't keep killing them if they keep gaining life more than what you can do. So trying to get rid of her is one of the tips I would suggest. She's one of the few that when I see her, she becomes more of a relevant target to me than most of the others. And then, of course, Scientist Supreme back here does a revive. Doctor Strange does revives. So I want to keep those as low as I possibly can as well. Not as good a grouping as I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I'm still testing out the Infinity Watch in here. And I mean, those three work fairly well. But I mean, I didn't one-shot this by any means, that's for sure. Maybe I just really need to have all of the Infinity Watch in here. Or maybe I should have targeted Doctor Strange first. Doctor Strange is a pretty crazy and chaotic guy in these games, especially with the flip. Alright. We'll put back on the original team, the OG team, and I'll try to run it one time with them. think that's the one I was using before. I don't think Thanos really does much for me, so I'm going to put Kestrel in the mix. And we'll see what happens. I think Kestrel's abilities to kill stuff is a little better than Thanos's. I'm just testing these. Sometimes I feel like I don't get quite as far as I want when I'm testing stuff, but sometimes I get a lot farther than I expect. But right now, this is my fun time, so a couple hours of this, and then off to bed for me. That is some good fresh pineapple. Okay, now we want to hit vision. I want to get rid of the ability block. Stun him, keep him all tied up. Start burning through him. Maybe work on Graviton. Trying to keep them about evenly balanced on the way down. That's the end goal. And I think most of these have some kind of a self-healing tactic, except for Proxima Midnight. So I should have gone for Thanos, but Proxima has those stuns, which is really nice. So I think the stun helps a lot more than people give it credit. Trying to get these where they're built up enough to where I don't really have to worry about it. Get my Proxima stun back up so that I can selectively stun who I want to. At least maybe even put it out there and then have Hela spread that stun across the board. All potentially great things. And if Hela does die, then try to bring her back to get a second Greg on the field. If you all haven't played before, Greg is the little minion that she summons who blows up, and when he dies, he heals her and is a good triggering catalyst for Minerva's heals as well. Alright. So, Taskmaster. Ooh, this is rough. Let's get Taskmaster up here. Try to get him put down as quickly as I can. Going to get a heal block up. Okay, ability block on him, that's good. Let's spread the ability blocks. Alright, that puts us in a lot better situation. Taskmaster not being able to blind my team is a huge boost. Let's stun Mr. Fantastic and then get back on Taskmaster. I stun Mr. Fantastic because he tends to be able to make people have extra attacks or come in as an additional attacker on a lot of things with assists. Plus he does a nice defense down on your characters, and yeah, I don't like that. With a lot of the ability blocks passed along, it's pretty good. Vulture's out here by himself, nothing on him. Let's go ahead and try to get him under control. I do know the crossbones explosion in this is pretty painful too. So let's work on some of that. Let's go ahead and try to get rid of Bullseye as well, since he's already down in the red. Just a little less damage for us to have to take. super good here right now. So let's just try to wear him down, and then we'll come back to getting the Mr. Fantastic down. Alright, here we go. That'll build everybody back up pretty much. Work on Mr. Fantastic and the Vulture. I don't know which one's worse. I think the Vulture's slows are a little worse. I don't know. It's a tough call. But with his ability block on, I'll go ahead and start hitting Mr. Fantastic to get him out of the way. Well, they managed to kill Proxima, so we'll bring her back. That's what Minerva's for. Ta-da! Okay, 30 tunes left to go. This one's one that I hate. Okay, Falcon has got to be our priority target, and then right after the Falcon dissipates, Vulture is really annoying, but the two Hulks, I try to take out one Hulk first because the taunts between both of them just make it really annoying. You can't focus down a singular area. So with everybody stunned and all that stuff, this is going to be hopefully relatively quick and painless here. Alright, Falcon is down. Let's work on one of these Hulks. Realistically, if Mysterio dies in this, what I'll end up doing is, because he's going to have a lot of little ads on, and I can use those ads as kills, because with Minerva, every time an opponent dies, you're going to heal. So you're really wanting to get Mysterio to pop here too, to get the extra mini guys. But you want her to get rid of her heal block. There we go. Now we can start working on some stuff. I forgot to add that armored guard back there, the Hydra armored guard. I didn't see him. So that's another taunter that just makes it really annoying. Alright, now maybe I can focus back on a Hulk. And the only reason I say to focus on a Hulk, it probably is the wrong concept for me. Maybe people would disagree in the game, and that's fine, but I'm doing it not because I want to focus on the Hulk, really. I really don't. I don't think he's that significant in here. I just don't like having the potential to have double taunters. Like right now, boom, there's his death proof. He's going to throw up a taunt, and then you're just stuck. And between two of them at a time, it's difficult to get them cleared off the field while they're blowing up your field and damaging you all over the place. Because his AoE is still relatively powerful. Alright. Now with him just over there, I can focus on maybe getting rid of this Mr. Fantastic, and then I can start combining damage on one side. And back to the Hulk. So this team right here seems like it was a better selective team. I was trying the other team, and I mean, I'm hoping this one will get me through this one, and I can go to the next level, to the next tier area. This is the fun stuff right here. This is the we get to chill and relax. And for those of you who saw my thumbnail, those are people that I would like to see in the game. If you don't know who they are, um, well, I'm sorry. If you do know who they are, you can write it in a message to me because those are some cool characters. And with the amount of mutants that we have, hint, 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 the amount of mutants that we have in here, I'm sure they could be a very catastrophic team against all of these mutant defensive units or mutant offensive units. You know, you're running X-Men and X-Factor and X-Men, all of them pretty much on attack. Well, if you get that set up, and it would be something like in war, they get bonuses against the mutants, hint, hint, hint again, then, you might be able to create a team that would cancel out 2 or 3 very unique offenses out there and make people have to use some of these other defenses against them. Or have them be an offensive unit against some weird mutants that come into the effect soon. Alright, so now what do we have here? Sniper, Trooper. Alright, so Red Skull, here we go. Let's get rid of him. I know that Vulture's probably better, but with all of these little minions, I really don't want Red Skull up and about. I feel like that would be really bad. It's not what I want. So let's try to get him out of the picture. The faster the better, right? That way he can't do his specials or his ultimate abilities, and now it's just focusing on probably taking out stuff like Green Goblin here and Vulture. Boy, they get that heal block on Proxima almost all the time. She'll be sitting with like 3 minor heals on her and she can't heal once because of that freaking heal block all the time. Let's drain that life. There we go. Puts everybody right back to full. That's what I love about Minerva. Oh man, that is such a great move. That whole percentage heal thing. Oh, I'm going to take these high-powered guys' lives right away from them and give it back to all of my tunes. You can't go wrong with it. It's kind of like Maul and Her and Ghost, Phoenix. I mean, it's just a devastating blow. It's probably more damage than it ever should be, but man, it's that life-saving heal ability that's just super wonderful. Believe it or not, I still hold Minerva in super high regards in this game. I think she's probably like a top 10 character. Not because of her power level, but because of the uses she has had. She's been around since, I think, Dark Dimension 2 as one of the prime characters. And you can run her in all kinds of things, and she is just devastating. Alright, let's get rid of Zemo in this one. Zemo, and then we'll work on Taskmaster, I hope. Why is my Zemo so squishy and that one just keeps going and going and going? it doesn't look like I'm going to get quite through all of this one this time. This is one of the nodes that I don't think gave me super problems, but it did take me a couple of runs to get it to where I completed it. So we're at, what, 2 runs today? This is the second one. So hopefully hopefully this will be good and I can still get a decent chunk out of the way. Try to take out some of these select characters here before I get killed. But this is pretty cool. I like these streams here. I mean, I covered what I needed to cover. That's pretty good. I feel good about that, guys. By the way, if you're just now tuning in, thanks for coming and watching some of this stuff. The real interesting stuff was kind of at the beginning, the basic walkthrough of what I do every day. It takes about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, depending on how long you stop to talk, to knock this stuff out. So, I mean, a lot of it is just basic stuff that you just follow straight down the path that's made there for you. My surfer needs to do a whole lot more healing. He's healing very, very slowly. Very slowly. I've still got 3 guys up. I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off, guys, but if I do, then great. If I don't, well, it's going to be a tough matchup here. Alright. Cole needs to be my priority, but the Human Torch is going to eat me alive. Alright, well, let's do this. Boom. I know the Human Torch is going to get me. The Human Torch is going to eat my lunch. His damage is just absolutely super impactful. It's hurtful. Boom. Okay. Well, I survived that round, but look at how low my Hela is. That poor girl. See, there she goes. Let's see if I can at least get Cole out of the way, or down fairly low. There's not really any healing going on here, so taking out Cole and then focusing on Human Torch. It might need to be I need to focus on Human Torch first and then go to Cole, but we'll see. See what kind of damage that, I mean, this wave right here is the one that got me every time I've played so far. So we'll stop here and I'll pick it up again at a different date. I just wanted to get on and I wanted to do a little bit of this and just throw it up so people can see what a general basic day for me is if I come on here. I spend an hour to 2 hours tops most of the time. Like this Dark Dimension was a little extra run for me here tonight. Trying to go through and talk through things slowed me down just a little. But it's not bad. I still enjoy doing all of those things. It's just, there are things where you're like, oh, I need to upgrade this a little better. But it's all good. We're all good. We're where we need to be at. Everything's going pretty well. That's my 3rd run of Dark Dimensions 4. So, let me know. In that block, when it drops down, who would you target first? The Taskmaster's pretty bad. I don't like the blinds. But I do feel like the Human Torch and freaking Cole are the 2 prime targets in that specific block when it drops down. Anyway, I just wanted to get in here. I wanted to throw that up. It's pretty cool. If you liked the thumbnail that I did there, I enjoyed putting that one up. Those are characters that I would like to see. There are a few other good characters that I'd like to see. You do Taskmaster first because of the blinds. I mean, I normally try to focus on Cole because I don't like him hurting. Yeah, bonds do hurt, and in the front area he was my prime target, so I could see why he would be my prime target with that one. But if I hit him first, normally Cole goes off and uh, the Human Torch goes off, so it's still less progress. I think those three combined there are just like a no-win situation. It's like you just pick the worst one and go for it for a little bit. Um, but I will try Taskmaster tomorrow when I get back on to do it again. Anyway, so if you know who those three guys are that are on my thumbnail, those are some of my wish lists. Another good guy, Professor X, Apocalypse. I would still like to see Omega Red in here. Um, we need some villains. Uh, I would like to see a different legendary because Doom was kind of, I mean, he was cool, but when you throw Warlock in there as a super impressive character, um, I would also like to see some different heralds. But how about this, guys? Annihilus. Annihilus or Dormammu. I think those two characters, because if you throw Dormammu in, you can give your supernatural team a slight rework. Throw in some extra guys, maybe some old Legion. Legion would be nice too, but he's still kind of a borderline hero character. Um, but still, it'd be great. Yeah, no would be great. Um, but we need to definitely get a lot more villains in this mix up. Mephisto, uh, I was trying to think more of a little on the more human side of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Loki is a god and he's humanoid. Mephisto is too. But when I think of Mephisto, I still envision him as really huge. But maybe like Blackheart, his son. Uh, yeah, I want to see Medusa for the Inhumans. Medusa needs to come into play definitely. Um, I mean, it's been we've been wanting that for a long time and it's still not here. They still keep giving us these kind of minor characters that nobody really thinks of, like Maria Hill and Sharon Carter and a Falcon, you know, the America, Samerica. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it, um, but we could have had a whole lot better characters than these three they're giving us. I still think Apocalypse, Professor X, Medusa, um, those are three that belong with teams in the game already. But, you know, I just, I don't know. I would like to see the Abomination and the Leader as well. You could probably put A Bomb in. You could probably put the Red She Hulk. I really want the Red Hulk. Yeah, you got it right there, the Red Hulk. Red Hulk and Abomination and Leader, and go for it. Yeah, well that would be. I think Joe Fixit should be a costume. I do. I think they should. The many alternatives of Banner. You could have Hulk and then different costumes for the Hulk. You could have Joe Fixit. You could even just do a Red Hulk if you wanted to change it from the green to the Red Hulk. You could do that as a costume. I would rather it be a completely different character, but Joe Fixit would be a cool character. The Hulk that had the guns uh, in some of the old stuff right there, that would be a cool character. Um, the Hulk as War. See, I would like to have Apocalypse and then have a Horseman or have characters that you could pair up as Horsemen like Gambit, uh, Hulk, Wolverine, and they come with the different uh, Four Horsemen costumes that he had. Sunfire, stuff like that. I think that would be amazing to put in there. I loved those different outfits in the Marvel Universe. Mandarin, Gladiator Hulk. I mean, so many different things you could do. Just make them look a little different. Gladiator Hulk would be amazing. Well, Shang-Chi coming out could lead to some cool stuff. I believe we should get like a Dormammu, a Mandarin. They're definitely going to have to put a Shang-Chi in here. You could do either Mephisto or Blackheart. You could start moving into kind of the Marvel Knights area. I mean, that would be really cool. Yeah, I mean, the Gladiator style Hulk, as World Breaker. I mean, that would be beautiful. Think about having him as World Breaker, uh, I don't know. I don't know how you would team him up or how you'd pair him up. But I mean, you could have Scar, you could have A Bomb, you could have Red She Hulk, Red Hulk, Leader, the actual Abomination. Um, I mean, they've barely tapped into any of the Hulk villains. Um, the Absorbing Man. I mean, they need them. They need to get these people in there. You could have the Wrecking Crew, the old school Wrecking Crew with the Absorbing Man and all those people in it, and get them going again. I mean, I think that would be pretty cool. They've missed a whole lot of old school villainy type people that could be put in here. I mean, if you're having to search for stuff like Maria Hill to put in here and Sharon Carter, uh, why don't you use the Wrecking Crew? I mean, those are classic villains that were like era, Luke Cage Iron Fist era villains. They need to be in here. They'd be cool to have. But anyway, I want to stop before I start rambling on. I just wanted to hop on tonight to go through that little coverage of what I normally do for my daily routine. I'm hoping that helps new guys to the game figure out a kind of a daily routine for them to go through. It doesn't have to be quite as intensive as what I do. You can spread it out through a whole uh, 24 hours. But I mean, that's what I do. I get it all done in like an hour and a half. And yeah, I've rambled for another half hour on here. But it walks you through a daily run of what I do every day on the game. And hopefully that'll give you some idea of how you can plan and plot your daily runs and get some extra. And if you have any questions, just ask. It'd be great. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being members here. For subscriptions, if you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that little bell icon so you know when I do more of these. And, just come around and hang out with the crew. There is a Patreon listed in the description below. If you do decide you want to give me some patronage, I will thank you in advance. I already put in some settings for it, so hopefully I can figure out how to get that done better. And we'll take it from there, guys. Like I said, thank you all for being here. Thank you for being my fellow tinkerers. Thank you for coming on and talking and bullshitting with me about, just everyday stuff in the game. And, hey, I hope you all enjoyed it. Come back anytime. And until next time, I'm going to see you guys. So, bye.